It's a nice song, eh? Alrighty. Like a reminder of your happy place. Aw, what? Hold on, I'm frozen. Hold on. I am a potato. I am cardboard. Hello? My app froze. 1 second. Gosh dang it. I went to manga mode, yes! Turn the page! I love... My favorite saying for this is... I've turned it to like a cardboard cutout. Something I've heard other VTubers say. Hang on, my app froze. There we go! Had to restart the app. Hello, everybody. Well, I unfroze technological issues this week. Time to just... I'm just gonna cancel this week. Goodbye. Stretch, make sure I got all the cardboard out. I will. How's the garlic doing today? Garlic's fine. No issues with the garlic. The onion's doing good. The onion continues to onion. Onion? I like garlic with Parmesan on chicken. I mean, you gotta cook with garlic. It adds flavor. If you caramelize the onions, they add a little flavor, but they're mostly there for the crunch. Hello, good, yeah. I haven't bought new garlic in a while, but making curry using like onions and garlic as a base tends to be pretty good. Diana, question? Ranger, answer. Go ahead. Squishy and durable would you say the moonbeams are? Very squishy and very durable. Ergo, the bouncy ball thing. Because, I mean, think about it. You guys have grow little nubby legs eventually. But how do you guys move before you get the legs? You're like little snakes. You're like slugs. And then also you can... Yeah, you can ricochet. Rubber ball is a good method. Basically, y'all are your stress balls. So if I throw one at a wall and Mach 10, it would bounce? Yes, because the idea of a splattered moonbeam is very, very sad. You do the x-rays of like one of those arts where it's like you see one half on the inside, it shows like all the musculature and stuff. Moonbeams are like there's like a layer of like fat protecting all of the solid muscle, so you guys can move and also endure impact. Diana Axabelis. Imagine getting hit with a moonbeam at Mach 10. Say goodbye to, like, your torso. Do I have to make a moonbeam anatomy chart? You could! That would be a fun little project if you want to take it on. I'd be interested to see what you guys think, because, I mean, sometimes when people do those, they make up all these hilarious things for the organs. Like, you know, it's like 4 stomachs for all the cookies, or, like, whatever. You're already dissecting them? No! Moonbeam surgery! Oh, no. Yeah, because, like, people used to do that. That was like a meme a few years ago, people would do that with pets, and it's like, you know, like the tail is like the not, like, do not touch ever, or like whatever. Way too serious to do that. Hey, it's fine. Would be a fun little contest. It's like, what? How do the moonbeams function? Are the moonbeams DD characterable? Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Because that's the thing, right? Moonbeams have innate transformation magic, like that's what we're born with. But we have potential to learn additional stuff. It's just, you know, you have to apply yourself. Because that's the thing, right? Like, it's nice to have, like, a unified mascot design. But I don't like it when communities have the design so rigid that there's like no way to customize. So it's like, if people want to draw just like the default, then it's like, sure. But if people want to change things up, then I think people should be able to. Like, my only thing is like, you know, it's still gotta be like identifiable as a moonbeam kind of thing. That's why it's like, there's like the base idea / rules kind of thing. Because like, you know, for example, if like someone's mascot was like a tiger cub kind of thing, and it's like you change the outfit, you add like hair accessories, maybe you like, they're like a white tiger, or like, so like you make them pink or whatever, but like all of a sudden if you make them a leopard, it's like, now that's not the same mascot anymore. Moonbeams are on my banner? Yeah, those are some of the ones I drew myself. We could not only be being form, but actual people form. And that's the thing, right? Everyone can have their bean form and then their like OC form if they want. Or they could just like, you know, they're like, yeah, they just hang out as a bean or whatever. You already know the OC? True. Yeah, that was my only thing. Your Moonbeam could have the scarf! Yes, you're right! Coming! Yay! Beautiful. At some point, for the Moonbeams who aren't artistic, I should get either draw or get commissioned like a base that's like, you know, the type you get in coloring books where it's like, customize your own kind of thing. Because I know so many people are like, I would like to have my own identifier for my community, but I'm not artsy and or I don't have money for commission stuff. So it's nice when there's like a base you can like play paper doll dress up with or something. Because I mean, in my case, I wouldn't want, because like usually I like it when people make different versions. Like it's like, here's the bow tie one and here's the hair tie one. And you know, some people will read that as this is a boy and this is a girl, but it's like, nah, use whatever gender you want. Once we get a Moonbeam design done, excellent. I have ideas. It's mostly solidified in my mind. It's just, you know, you gotta get it out onto paper somehow. especially since, you know, it's like, here's the Moonbeam evolution. It's like, here's stage. It's like, here's stage 1, here's stage 2, here's stage 3. It's like, we're Pokemon, Digimon, whatever. Moonbine! We do the fusion dance. Yo, Jean-ha! No! It will not take me that long. Oh, ye of little faith. You guys asked about merch. How do you know I'm not already cooking official Moonbeam stuff behind the scenes, huh? What, you think me taking every Monday off is just so I can sleep? No. I'm getting work done. Oh, guppies, that sounds cute. See, when I talk about commissioning, I'm like, here's someone who's like very good at art and designing stuff, and they make like a character reference sheet. I'm like, y'all have seen my art. It's like chipified. It's a little cursed. If I put in a lot of effort, I could make it decent-ish. But because you guys love my cursed art, I just kind of quickly doodle things off. So yeah, there are Moonbeam artworks that I've drawn that I haven't shared yet. But you guys deserve an actual character reference sheet. That's not DD cursed art. You haven't seen my cursed art? I posted some in the arts and crafts, I think. Because for the last United fight in Grand Blue, I drew... No, it was 2 United fights ago. I drew all of the characters I used. Us like the Pusheen cat? Yeah, that's pretty close to the idea, yeah. I went behind the scenes. Y'all will see soon. The Moonbeams have to rest for a couple more months. The bread is rising. DD's art is awesome. Aw, thank you. And yeah, like Jebola said, Pusheen cat, pretty close to the right idea. Mixed with like sorta like Digimon body types, like, you know how there's some of them that don't have legs and they just like bounce around, like that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Where is... Okay, there we go. Was about to say Salamon's pre-evolution. Correct. That is pretty much it, but just not those colors. Though I guess if you wanted to be a colorful face Moonbeam, you could. I'm not gonna stop you guys if like your heart's really set. Like, I have my idealized rules, but the Moonbeams are you guys. They're supposed to be your representation. So who am I to tell you how to express yourself? I just, you know, as the parent, I make sure you guys aren't doing anything illegal or dangerous. This little sheet is stopped here. I'm glad. I meant to do one for the last United fight, and I totally forgot. I might still be able to put it together. I vaguely remember who I used, and then we've got another one coming up. I showed it to a dude before I posted, and she just died. She's like, why does Charlotta look so cursed? I'm like, she does. I thought about redrawing her, but the cursed is part of the charm. Elena Fox Lady on Nailway. Very sexy trust, yes. In the name of science, I mean, if the Moonbeam has already passed away and they've given consent for their body to be donated to science, sure. No life dissections here without consent. I was like, I should probably move things over now that I have the game open. Persona! Oh my god. Related? I am so excited for P4 Remake. The worst kept secret on the internet, but I am so thrilled. Like, Persona 3 is great, and so many people first started out with Persona 3, so I get why it's like, you know, the favorite child, so to speak. But I started with 4. And I love Persona 4. Like, Persona 5 is like Persona 3 and 4's love child. If Persona 3 is all serious angst and stuff like that, Persona 4 is the Scooby-Doo mystery solving antics that Persona 5 has. And I love it. 1 and 2 being treated like they don't exist. It's because they're so old, they don't feel like Persona games. Because here's the lore. Here's the lore on Persona 1 and 2. That was before Katsura Hashino joined. Persona 3 was the first one he worked on, and that's the one that started to really deviate it from Shin Megami Tensei. Because remember, Persona was originally just a spin-off the Shin Megami Tensei games. So Persona 1 and 2 are still that devil recruiting, like, stuff that Shin Megami Tensei had. The final boss of Persona 2 is? I think so. Starts with a P. And also there is, well, that's one of the characters. Also, there is that character slash boss that starts with an H that I know was in Persona 2. So yeah, Persona 1 and Persona 2 are great games. It's just, they're very different from Persona 3 onwards. That might be the one I meant. Yeah. I know who you mean. I guess we'll give it a spoiler-ish warning for people's comfort level. But in Persona 2, they decided to make a historical, like, they actually made a real-life historical villain into, like, a character in it. So just an FYI, you may see someone that, like, upsets you. Oh, so Fate? Kinda. Except I don't even think Fate would use this guy from the 1940s. Causing world wars and stuff. Yeah. I won't fully confirm or deny for the sake of people who want to find out 100%. But I was like, you know, maybe I should. We want to respect the spoilers, but also we want to be, because some people might be like, yeah, I don't want to see that guy. I don't have grandparents because of that guy. But yeah, Persona 1 and Persona 2 are very different vibes. So it's like, if you're interested in going back and checking them out, by all means, but it's like if you're going in expecting the same experience as Persona 3 onwards, you're not gonna get it. Weirdly uncomfortable vibes, yes. And that's the thing, right? Persona Shin Megami Tensei has always been kind of messed up. And I mean, there's like the novelizations for Shin Megami Tensei as well that were absolutely bananas. Also, Persona 2 has the one singular official gay character in the series. And you can date him as the protagonist. So, you know, Pride Month, play Persona 2. And then the other issue of why a lot of people act like the Persona games don't exist, like the first two Persona games don't exist, is because, I mean, they were released on the PSP like 20 years ago. And they've never been ported over into any digital store. The only way you can play Persona 1 if you don't have the PSP and you don't have is remember that trend when like game companies were making like micro versions of retro consoles that come preloaded with a shit ton of games? Yeah, the micro PS1 has the first Persona game on it. That is currently the only way you can play Persona 1 if you if you can't track down the PSP. So that's another reason why people act like Persona 1 and Persona 2 don't exist. People will be like, why do people not like talk about 1 and 2? I'm like, because it's almost impossible to play it unless you emulate it. And I mean, emulating more modern games comes with its own challenges. Like, you guys, like, just the struggle I went through trying to get a Windows 97 emulation to work. Forget about a PSP, like... On Vita? No, the micro PS1. But yeah, no, like... I'm sure you could find stuff, but yeah, if it's not set up to run out of the box, then yeah, you gotta do some extra steps. And that's the thing, right? Especially nowadays, not everyone has computers. So that's another reason. Computers. Yeah, way back in the day, I saw Shin Megami Tensei 1 on the PSP in the wild, but I wasn't a Persona fan yet, so I didn't pick it up. I still regret it to this day. Also, I regret not getting Fate Extra on the PSP for the same reason. Did they have fancy names for PCs back then? Desktop is generally what we call like a PC was. To, like, you know, go again, like, to contrast a laptop. Damn, no silly name. Not as far as I know. And then, yeah, there was, like, the tower and stuff like that. Yeah, there might have been silly names. Either I never heard them, or I'm just so old I'm forgetting now. It could be either or. It could be either or. Flashback to the hip comment. No! Ah, yes, the CPU. I remember the Magic School Bus episode where they go inside the computer and they explain how the CD-ROM drive works. Super Turbo Ultra. Makes sense. I mean, definitely did not need the specs of graphic cards we need nowadays. Like, when I was installing all of the Carmen Sandiego games through, like, by sailing the 7 seas, it's like, we need 8 megabytes. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I think I have pictures I've saved off the internet that are bigger than this. A 4070 in the 1990s? I think they would shit themselves. I'm gonna be quite honest. I remember people being like, oh my god, Final Fantasy VII, look at these graphics, they're so good. And now, like, even just like 6 years later, you look at OG Final Fantasy VII, you're like, holy shit, they're polygons. When they need a whole room for a singular PC. Mama Melis remembers typewriters. I'm like, oh my god. Wait, is this the... That's the spirit of JRPGs? True! Now they could just have both, but they go for graphics over story now. Let's be perfectly honest. What's a modern JRPG that made you cry real tears like the old ones did? Oh, wait. I wasn't gonna be the one to say it. Then, okay. Alright. But would you consider that modern, though? Because they say anything older than 20 years old is retro. And Xenoblade 1 definitely fits in there. Is Pocket Mirror a JRPG? I don't know if it fits all the tropes. The last one I can think of, Modern Fire Emblem differs enough. I don't know. See, here's the thing, though. You're not naming stuff that would fall under classically what they consider JRPGs. Amori is like JRPG in spirit. It's not actually a JRPG. JRPGs have, like, you know, generally they do have party recruitment systems. Also, they need to generally be made in Japan. Otherwise, it's just an RPG. Like, that was the one thing, right? Like, JRPGs as we know it, as we used to know it, is kind of a dead genre now. Because it used to be JRPGs were such a specific thing. But now everyone who grew up with JRPGs is emulating JRPGs when they make games. So the lines are blurred. Nier? OG Nier? Yes. Nier Automata? Still modern enough. For me, I think the most modern one that made me really upset was Final Fantasy 15. And also, Tales of Zestiria and Tales of Berseria. Genshin Impact. Now we're just... That's CRPG. Chinese RPG. That's because I made it up. Because, you know, there's J-pop, K-pop, and C-pop. So if there's a JRPG, there must be a KRPG and a CRPG. Octopath? Octopath's pretty good. Though Octopath goes for more pixelated graphics versus, you know, having the blowout modernized, the most modernized look. So Nier would be a good one, as well as like the more modern Final Fantasies. I mean, it's great. Like, those are a perfectly good choice for a JRPG that made you feel emotional and is a modern one. But if we try and put the list, it's like, what's a JRPG that has a good story and also state-of-the-art graphics? Then the list starts looking a little scarce. Does Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 count as modern? No. Zon was in kindergarten when Kingdom Hearts 1 came out. It ain't modern. Nice try. If someone was in kindergarten when the game came out and now they're old enough to have a career, I don't think it's modern. Like I said, retro is anything older than 20 years. If Zon is 28, 29, then, you know, do the math. Angie's body. She's lying face down in the middle of the room. She's not really lying face down. Is Claire Obscura cheating as French maid? It's at least based on JRPG formulas? Nah, I don't think so. That's an acceptable one then. Because it definitely has the modern graphic look. FRPG. Scarlet Nexus? Gotcha! Okay. It's good to know. Alright. I'll eat my words. Though I think truly, some of the classic series don't hit the milestones anymore, though, sadly. But yeah, for the most part, if you put too much into perfecting the graphics, then a lot of times the story does suffer. Versus if you put a lot of effort into the story and just enough in the graphics, then it's fine. Yeah, I was planning to do. Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. I like that Maki is our assistant this time around. Instead of frickin' Kaito. Turns into a just chatting stream. Ranger, how dare you call us out? Aren't you the one who just said in the Discord the other day ago about the benefits of, like, the balance of yapping versus gameplay? He's ill? Kaito's annoying, though. I don't like Kaito. She has no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin. Yeah, she streams about, like, marionettes. Also, that is not face down. She's in fetal position. I was the one to preach the word of the Yap stream. It's important to have both. I mean, to be fair, I started this topic, and I asked you guys a question to engage the chat, and you guys engaged, and we bounced conversation off it. Technically, that is the right way to go about doing a stream. It's just when it's a game like this where I have to read the dialogue, it is not always good to get caught in a side tangent. And hello, Butter, welcome in. There's blood dripping from Angie's head. We'll never do it again. No, don't! No! My engagement! She made us engage with free workers. The Moonbeam Union. Oh, jumping jacks. Okay, uno momento. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck. Yikes. As well as a laceration on her forehead. Yeah, buddy. The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck. A A sneak attack, most likely. And what do you make of this wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind. But her two wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack? I suppose that would be unnecessary. Also, the wound on her forehead looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. What is going on with these two wounds? Forehead injury. Huh? What's wrong, Maki? Move. Maki pushed me aside, then lifted Anji's body up by the shoulder. What's this doing crumpled up underneath her body? This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? Oh no, she lost hair. She's balding. I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's, right? Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could that mean? She got stuck to the wall. Alright. Jumping jacks. Before the moonbeams unionize on me. Alrighty. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. God, talking about duct tape in the wall. I don't know if that's died out by the time you guys were in school. Did people still do that stupid thing where you duct tape people to walls? They were doing a contest with that at my high school, and my friends wanted me to do it because I'm small and I'm light, and I'm like, no. Sadly, god damn it. Something's never changed, never heard of it. Yeah, it's terrible American tradition. Happened to me. Okay, so I guess it was localized, and at some point between Art and Ranger, it mostly stopped. God damn. That sucks. It's a tradition? Yeah. It was very, very stupid. My school literally did it as a contest during, like, Spirit Week or something. At least in my case, they asked me if I'd be willing to do it, and I'm like, hell no. I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under the body. It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did. Yikes! That sounds like a claustrophobic nightmare. Less claustrophobic and more, whatever the fear of heights is, because the whole point was you were supposed to be lifted off the ground, and there was supposed to be enough duct tape around your body to keep you stuck to the wall. But, like, your head and neck were out, obviously, but your legs and arms were supposed to stay immobilized. And the whole thing was to see how long you would hang there. Gotta go. Have a good one. Okay, thank you. But yeah, that's why I said no. Like, I'm gonna fall to the ground at some point. I'm not here for this. Well, that's true. Well, even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. So don't beat yourself up over it. Well then, it's a good thing you're used to corpses. Huh? You want to die? Sorry! Joking! I couldn't resist. You don't need to apologize. I was joking too. That didn't sound like a joke though. Oh, speaking of near, it's Weiss. Look, it's Weiss! Hey Weiss, how you doing? Too bad it's not going to start speaking in a Liam O'Brien voice. Ah, this book. The instructions from the resurrection ritual are written in the Necronomicon. See? Look at that face on it. You don't know that character yet, though, in Nier? It's the book. what you mean by first ending, but I mean, the book isn't... Huh. I didn't know there was an ending where you didn't have Weiss. OG Nier. Yes, OG Nier. Yeah, that's why I was confused. Never mind. Yeah, he's not in Automata. Emil is, though. Emil's in Automata. But yeah, that's why I said, speaking of OG Nier, though maybe I did actually say OG. Oh my god, I used to have the song, Emil's song from Automata memorized. This was the motive, the Necronomicon. Call me when the unions form. Okay. Nah. Guys, delete their number out of the phone book. And she tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right? Yes, if we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Replicant is cool? Yes! Did I? I'm pretty sure I bought it. I just haven't gotten around to playing it on stream yet. I'm pretty sure I scooped it up at some point during a sale. If not, I should at some point. Replicant is a whole separate thing, technically. Automata takes place thousands of years after Replicant. So it literally, the storylines are basically entirely separate. Like, there's characters in Automata that were in Replicant, but they're very few and far between, and for the most part, inconsequential. And then the real crazy thing is Replicant being a spin-off off the one crack ending of Drakengard. Like, hey, what do you mean this disease was caused because a dragon from another world fell and got skewered on the top of Tokyo Tower? Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Do I get Nier eventually still? In which? Automata? Nier the character does not show up in Automata. He is a human and he lives his lifespan. We'll leave it at that. The characters that are in Replicant that make it to Automata are the non-humans. Original Nier and Replicant? You don't... Oh, if that's what you mean, you don't need to play, like, the Xbox 360 Nier, technically. Because they're pretty much the same game. There's, like, I think some small differences. Mostly, like, you know, OG Nier had a big buff version of the main character. But in Japan, they had the slender one. They made, like, a beefier version because they didn't think the slender one would sell in the US. So, I mean... Yeah, instead of dad and daughter, it's bro and sis. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, there's some interesting analysis videos and I mean, I guess it's like indirect spoilers, but Nier is, or sorry, Emil is gay. So I mean, stuff hits differently when it's Emil crushing on a teenage boy slightly older than him versus a 40-year-old dad. You know what I mean? So, like, the story's the same, but the vibe changes. Before you go, thanks, Ranger. Alright. Uno momento. Once we get out of the cursed manga. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. I like how this looks like, you know, the manga version of Something for Dummies. It's so easy! Anyone can do it, even a monkey! Even a bear? The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing this effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. What a great marketing tool. Make you buy 1,000,000 copies. Use caution. Be careful of carbon monoxide poisoning. No way. Sprinkle the ashes of the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Or sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. And close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success. What if you never feel a tap on your back? Ashes are only good for 1 use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. These are the steps for the resurrection ritual. Didn't you really believed in this crap? It's pretty obvious that you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out. Necronomicon has been added to the truth bullet section. Alright, now I will do the push-ups. Here we go. There. Wish listed, yay! Now that I've seen you do them all, I can leave. All right. Hanging a wax doll of Rondoro. Crazy. The 4 effigies hung upside down make the scene particularly eerie. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams on the ceiling. If I remember correctly, Angie made all of these wax figures. Yeah. Is this a rope from the warehouse? I believe so. And then that means that they won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that can be used for murder. Anyway, I know that these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out. The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented. By the way, why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is this part of the ritual? I'm not sure. If not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? Right, if they're going to do this much work, there must be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? The culprit? Angie? Or someone else entirely? Pool of blood. A small pool of blood has emanated from Angie's torso. This can't be from her forehead. This is blood from the back of her neck. This blood is dry. Must have been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed. Maybe more. That fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file. Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Maki? What's wrong? It's not that important, but the only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene. Wow. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy is useless. Anyway, let's continue. What else is there? It's the front door. I'm sure we gotta talk to the peeps, but for now, let's check the back door. This door is the lab's back door. This door has a sliding lock, and it's still locked, but there's fingerprints on it. And because no one has used this door since we came in here, I believe Angie locked this door when she came in, and it's been locked ever since. Oh wait, what's this? Look, there's something golden shiny on the tab of the sliding lock. Maki, may I see it for a minute? I want to try moving the sliding lock. You want to unlock it? Go ahead, do what you want. I carefully touched the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts, and softly slid the lock open. Just as I suspected, this lock will slide without much effort. Whether you lock it or unlock it. This could be an important clue. I'm curious about this rear door too, but there's something else that bothers me. The lock on the front door that we used to enter this room. Shouldn't we investigate the front door too? I'm going to take a closer look. Maki walked to the front door. I just want to confirm something. When we got to this lab, you're sure that the front door was locked? Yeah, I'm positive. I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. It really is locked. The front entrance was locked until Kokiichi picked the lock to open it. There, open sesame! So he picked the cylinder lock open. Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
そうだな。
Would have been impossible from the outside. The Monocubs took the key. Here it is. There's only one key, so don't lose it. Be bad if you lost it. You wouldn't be able to lock the door or open it from the outside. Let me see that key. And then he ate it.
だったら
So Kokichi is the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside. Right? Correct? Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased. So the front door was locked from inside the room?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes, how did the person who locked the doors get out? How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors? Still, it's strange that the front door and back doors have different locks. The front door that we came in from has a cylinder lock. And the rear door over there has a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked.
これって
In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right? Locked, huh?
そうだね。
Yes, the cylinder lock's key was taken by the Monocubs. So both doors could only be locked from the inside. But only if you rule out Kokoichi's lockpicking, right? Could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door to go in and out of the lab. So he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie. You can lock doors by lockpicking them? I thought you could only open them.
確か
That's true.
そうだね。
Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves.
やっぱり
He's clearly suspicious. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient. Right. Is this all figured out? You don't say. Huh? You mean you know who the culprit is? The culprit? Fuck that.
ね
Shuichi, do we really have the time to be listening to her?
え。待て
Hey, wait, God damn it, are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Sure, why not? Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me. Listen! Okay. Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell ya. You better thank me for this. Yeah, my arm. Ow, so twisted. I know y'all are dumber than fleas, but even you get how weird these wax dolls are, right? They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
さーて
But I figured it out. With just one glance, these are diversions.
もしかして
Diversions?
いいか
Yep, the cult would use these wax dolls to distract us from something.
ちょっと
What do you mean by that?
なんだよ
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Homo's job? Not Sherlock Homo. Not Sherlock Homo during Pride Month. Come on.
やっぱり
You're a waste of time. Maki turned and walked away. Can't say I blame her. Huh? The hell's her problem? You did not use the period as an excuse for why someone's in a bad mood. Go to hell, Miyu. So Auntie made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the details, you know? Let's see just how detailed these are. Hey! You tried to look up the wax figure's skirt. Why would you do that? What are you doing? Stop that! What? I just wanted to see if this doll was wearing panties. Wait, did you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend is a doll now? Wow! Talking to me was a waste of time. Yikes. Miyu, please. For the love of everything holy. I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit? Tenko? Oh, it's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council. So you suspect Tenko? Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into the slab. That's right, and she did allow members of the student council to enter her lab. Yeah, and she has been shut away here working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice. That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all. It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been let in here. So Angie only let in student council members. That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious. And Gonta. A murder at nighttime is strange! Impossible even! Why do you think that? How nice, they did correct him on his grammar. Because student council made a rule that no can be outside during nighttime. Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at nighttime. Do you really think everyone would go along with that rule? But if at Tua's rule, Angie says he punish us if we not follow his rules. But the student council wasn't concluded in that, correct? They could do what they wanted. Angie was also working here at night. Huh? She was? No way, student council would never break own rules. Oh, you sweet innocent child. They should have been asleep in own rooms. To set good example to others. Maybe Angie got attacked while she asleep in her room and got brought here? If so, Gonta could have saved her if only Gonta saw. If Gonta was asleep, sir, Angie. Gonta no could save you. I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council rule. Still things to investigate. Okay. What else were you looking? Whoa, Maki, what is going on with your hair?
ところでさ、そうだよ。
She has some frickin' Medusa shit going on. Also, yeah. Alright, what are we missing? Something with Angie's body still? The duct tape. Da 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 da. Yes. We checked the Necronomicon. Come on. Oh, no, wrong button. Trying to remember how I scan. Hit object, open transcript. Observation mode. Still stuff at the door? Its other purpose would take a lot of work. Implies there was a reason behind it. Come on. Whoops, no. I was trying to click the pool of blood. Blood. something with her, huh? Come on. You say there's still things to investigate, but you're not helping my boy. Oh, wait. I think I know what it's been trying to tell us. Ah, the katana. You never checked the katana. Katana stabbed into Kaede's wax effigy. Who did this? And why?
ちょっと
Let me see. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out. Oh, wait, this is a crime scene. You can't. You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
だってさ
Yes, that's true, but we have to preserve the scene for who? The police? Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while.
これって
It's a real katana, but there's gold leaf on it. Yeah, I believe it's the one that was on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist lab.
へえ
Is that so? It is indeed. We could probably assume this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstains on the tip. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
でも
But why would they go through the effort of using this as the murder weapon?
そうだね
Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon. Gold leaf katana, so fancy. It's like we're back in Danganronpa 1.
もしかして
No one's learned not to use the gold leaf katanas. Maybe it's because Kyo's lab is on the same floor. They just grabbed something close by? Sounds familiar, huh? Yep. I'm sure people having gold on their hands, it's not gonna be relevant at all. Absolutely not. They may have been in a hurry.
あのさ
Or maybe they needed a lone weapon like this. A lone weapon? My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length. Really?
そうだね
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work. Oh no, swords! Too personal. Can't use the swords. I mean, I guess a knife is more her style, sure? But wouldn't she look badass with the katana? Like I'm just saying. Or you know, American special, you mean a gun? You mean a pew pew pew? Boo to the pew pew pews. We don't need those. No. Bad guns. SMGs, I mean, I guess. She would look cool with guns, but I mean, I could see her using guns anyway. Katana, though! Come on. The samurai girls are cool, yo! When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. Haven't used a sword since, which is fine, because they're a hassle to carry anyway. I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. She's like, oh, I messed up once? Never again. Never again. Can't do that again, no. How did they know all this? Anyway, the gold leaf on this katana flakes off easily now. It's all over my hand now. Must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off that easily. Or they did a really shitty job plating it.
ちょっと
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them. Maki scolded me, then stood in front of Kaede's effigy.
ね
I'm going to put the katana back where we found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away. Oh, well, that's considerate of you. Thank you. Thank you. I averted my gaze, and Maki stabbed the katana back into the wax effigy. That was very considerate of her. But so, I was a weapon stabbed into the wax effigy. Haining wax effigy, no less. Was it part of the ritual, or was the client trying to hide something? Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They'd even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide a murder weapon than
どういう意
this.
味
And what's the reason for
そ
this?
れは
I honestly have no idea.
あのさ
We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue. The ultimate anthropologist lab? Yeah, let's do it. I want to make sure the katana did indeed come from that room. Yay, we're free! With the katana all along.
ちょっと
Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we found enough clues. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate. So we need to hurry.
そうだね
Yeah, you're right. Investigate the ultimate anthropologist lab. We may find a clue related to the katana. It doesn't sound like he's talking to himself there. Sounds like someone's like reading off an item from a quest log.
そうだね
That's true. We need to check if the katana really did come from that place.
あれ
Is something wrong, Maki?
ところでさ
It just occurred to me. Why am I acting like your partner?
まあいいけど
Well, it's fine. Just don't get used to it. I would never dream it. It's not as if I asked you. It's true that Maki is a tremendous help to me. Alright. Out we go. Would you like to leave? Yes. Alright. Back we go. Back through the red walls. They really committed to some kind of bit with this floor. If I remember correctly, the gold leaf katana is from... There we go. It's just the sheath! Earlier, the katana was inside the sheath. Maki, the gold leaf definitely came from here. I'm certain of it.
そうだね
Doesn't that make Kyo suspicious? This is his research lab after all.
いや
I mean, not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it.
確かに
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab, too. Oh? What are you guys doing here? I like that ore.
あんたって
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance? Ah, you look so disgusted right now, then again. I guess that is your signature look.
とにかく
Oh my god, this is just for... I don't know if it's the same in Japanese, but I know the dub voice actor of Zenitsu also does the dub of the protagonist of Rent a Girlfriend. And Rent a Girlfriend has been all over the internet because of the latest chapter, where once again main boy gets turned down by his Rent a Girlfriend. Oh boy.
え
Something for the seance? Yep, that white sheet over there.
うーん
We brought the wooden dog statue in the cage already, but I guess we need that too.
何なの
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Hey, don't ask me. I don't know why we need this stuff either.
というわけで
That's why I figured I'd do a little research on this seance before I got the sheet. Also, you're just trying to slack off. Study?
えーっと
Okay, let's see. Kokichi took a look around and heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it?
うん
Yep, it says the Cage Dog Village right here on the cover. That must be it. How do you read that? That cover has been ravaged by time. How do you read it? Let's see. What does it say about the Caged Child Seance? Kokichi flipped through the old book he picked up. Be careful with old books! I mean, first of all, you should be wearing gloves. Because the oil from your fingers would definitely destroy old paper. And also, depending how old this is, the pages are probably brittle anyway, so you gotta be super delicate. Or, like, forget about tearing a page. The paper would literally crumble. Yeah, Kyo's drawing the same magic circle as the one in this picture. Ah, yes. I've seen this in Clark after Sakura. Also Fate's Day Night.
えーっと
Apparently Fate's Day Night's gonna be in Fortnite. I kind of regret Fate becoming so mainstream. At this point, it's like, please, no. Once something you love is in Fortnite, it's gotten a little too mainstream. Yeah. I mean, I didn't look further behind it, what I saw on Twitter, but it wouldn't surprise me at this point. Because, I mean, the news is popping up at around the same time the Fate's Day Night collab is happening in Honkai Star Rail, so I'm like... I mean, I guess it makes sense. I'm gonna stream it? Hell frickin' no. If I say I'm gonna stream Fortnite, that's the cue that I've been kidnapped and you guys need to call the police.
確か
Otherwise, the only way I would ever touch Fortnite if I wasn't saying it as the code word that I've been kidnapped is they are giving me a big fat check. By a big fat check, I don't mean $50, $100, I mean over $500. Next step of subathon? Do y'all actually pay that? Yes, it would be like the $1,000 goal though. Hang on. First, draw the magic circle passed down from the Caged Dog Village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle. Okay. And they're gonna put the cage on them and rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterwards, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage.
なるほど
Also, it says we can't step on the magic circle during the preparations. The dog god? You mean the wooden statue?
うん
When preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to create complete darkness. The seance will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the caged child song. After the song, ask, "Is the caged child?" Then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit. And that's all it says. That sounds complicated.
でもさ、
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, what did you say? Not particularly? Whether it works or not. Hugh has been wanting to conduct this seance for a while. Since I was fortunate enough to obtain one of these copies, I have already memorized it. But I never thought I'd be able to lay eyes on the real one. What a trip of fate.
だよね。
Oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he can conduct the seance without it. Finally done cleaning. Good job, Zexu.
でも
Your house flooded? Oh shit! You guys okay? Was it a lot of damage? If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi? Huh?
あのさ、
Should see how it plays out with your own eyes. Your PS5 is gone! No! Oh, that's expensive. Woof. This is why they say you shouldn't leave electronics on the ground, but oh man.
ほら、
確かに
Oh, that sucks so bad. I'm so sorry to hear that. You think so?
わかんない
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. But whether you believe it or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens. You're gonna be right back? Oh no. Blink 3 times if you need help. We'll send a boat. Yeah. I think you're right.
にしし。
Ah, now you're talking.
よーし。
Well, I'll be waiting for you. Of the 3 empty rooms, we're in the middle one. Kokuichi spoke as though he was inviting me to go play, then left the room. Okay, so they took all that stuff out. Alright, so they're in the middle room. Oh, wrong way. Frick. Center room. Alright. Let's see what's going on with this flippin' seance. So, Kokuichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi? Yeah, totally. You are most welcome to join us. Eraser, no, your computer! This is stupid. The joys of living in somewhere that's at sea level in a tropical country. Ugh. Emotional damage. I'm so sorry. I hope you'll be able to replace the stuff eventually, and that next time, knock on wood, it doesn't happen, but next time, just in case, you don't lose anything expensive. Is what I would like to say, however, only 5, including the spiritual medium, may join. Aw, man. Well, Keyboy, you're out. Why me? I agree with Kokuichi. I was thinking this for a while. Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice. To be honest, I had the same thought. Your help was appreciated, Kibo. Not the robot discrimination! Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come? That's why we're apologizing! No one's apologized yet! Fine, our bad. Just don't get mad and start shooting out electromagnetic waves at us. Why would I do that? Well, don't shoot microwaves at us either. Stop whining, Kibo. I want the seance as soon as possible. Fine! But I won't forget this betrayal, Shuichi! What did I do? I didn't do anything! Yeah, what did I do? Best not to overthink it. So, now Shuichi has joined us. First, some warnings. Don't break the circle! Do not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with purified salt, so it's easily disturbed when stepped on. You drew this with salt? I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed. Ah, yes, purity. Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail, but it may also unleash a curse, of course. That's why I said don't break the circle! Got it. Oh, be careful. You want to keep the supernatural contained within a controlled area. That's why when you use the Ouija board and stuff like that, you have to cancel. You have to cancel it. You have to make it leave. I'm surprised you were able to draw this without even looking at the picture. I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Should be perfect. You want to double check? You want to check your work before you hand it in? Of course, I also have the caged child song memorized. You must do the same. I've copied the words to the song down here. Please commit them to memory. At last, at long last, young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At mountain's bottom, within the darkness, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be 2 or just 1? Will the guard dog run far, far away? Or did it eat the little girl? At long last, and then is the cursed child. Blank. That is some song. Oh, so what's the beat? What's the melody we're supposed to do this to? Asking for a friend? We have to memorize the lyrics now? You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to the task. Here is the melody. I listened to Kyo sing the song and did my best to memorize the lyrics. And the melody. Also the melody. Alright. I think I've got it now. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. Oh dear God, there's a dog. Oh my God. We're all gonna die. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. That memory is extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective. Well then, let us begin the ritual right away. Yay! We finally get to see Angie! Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl. How convenient. Then I'll do it. Can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in. Tentacle's like, the Angie's going in you? Oh hell no, oh hell no, we can't let that happen.
Yeah.
I knew it! No, I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Angie. Also, I am jealous.
Huh?
Possessive AF. Yeah? You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way, you can say goodbye to her. And after you finish saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Please? Tenko. Also, Himiko, let me say this one thing. Exposing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So, if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too. And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up. Drain your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. I think you've trained too much. You're probably right. It seems the two of them made up. That's good. So now that we've decided on a spiritual medium, let us begin. Alright, Himiko. I'll see you later. I got a bad feeling about this. Every Danganronpa game has a trial where it's like a double murder. I got a bad feeling about this. Now, I would like the spirit medium, Tenko, to sit within the center circle. Be sure to walk on the path so as not to disturb the magic circle. Make sure you watch your steps since it's so dark in here.
次にその円の中で亀になってもらいた
Next,
い
you
んだ
must
け
be
ど
as a turtle within the circle.
目印の石を
Please rest your forehead upon the stone marker I've placed here.
さっきうちが中庭から持ってきた石じゃな。
It's just a stone I brought from the
そんな石で
courtyard.
大丈夫か？
Are you sure it's gonna work?
これは地面に
Certainly.
額をつ
It,
ける
me-
ための
it is
目印
merely
だ
needed
から
as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
こうですか？
Like this?
ちょっと体勢が苦しいかもしれないけど終わるまで我慢してね
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete.
決して途中で顔を上げたり
Whenever
体勢
you
を変えた
do,
りしてはいけ
you
ないんだ
mustn't raise your head or change
お
positions.
茶の子です。天子は体の柔らかさは星5つレベルですからね。
5-star flexibility. I was gonna say, this is just a child's pose in yoga.
さて
Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left to be done.
そうだな
First, you must place the iron cage atop Tenko. I shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokuichi. Please keep in mind, walk carefully so as not to disturb the magic circle.
うん
Okay, you can count on me. I may not look it, but I'm super duper strong.
嘘はつくもんじゃない
I shouldn't have
巨弱
lied.
体質の俺にはまさに荷が重いよ
I'm too weak for this kind of stuff.
鉄でできてるだけあって。
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy.
ちょっと天子の上に落とさないでください
Hold
よ。
on, don't just drop it on top of me. I
分かって
know,
る
it
よ
would be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
きつなことを言わないでください。
Please do not jinx us.
疲れた
I'm tired.
次はこのカゴ白い布で覆うんでしょ
So, next we cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
その役目は僕がやるよ
I shall take that role. Oh, look at you guys all sharing and dividing things up. How nice. How beautiful.
さてこれでよし
Alright,
茶柱さん大丈夫
everything's prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
床しか見えない体勢なのでわかりませんが、おそらく大丈夫だと思います。
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
じゃあ次が最後だねこの上に犬神様の木像を乗せるんだけど
The final step is to place the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage.
これは4人でやろうか犬神様はかなりの重量だからね
The four of us may need to do this together. The statue is quite heavy. You doing okay there, Himiko? You gonna live? You're back? Welcome back. What are we doing? We are doing a seance. Tenko is under that cover in a cage. I got bad feeling about this.
4人がかりでもかなり重いね。
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
これは1万キロはありそうだ
1,000 kilo. He literally says this has to weigh 1,000 pounds. No, 10,000 pounds, sorry. Because 1,000 is sen. Mon is like 10,000?
It's
just 175 pounds. That is definitely twice Angie's weight. I'm totally white. I could have used my magic to carry it, but magic and seances don't mix. Are you sure it's okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage? The iron cage was specifically made for seances, so it can hold this weight. Okay, I guess that's fine then. I mean, it's not real iron if it can't handle 175 pounds. Okay, now let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it. We know, we know. This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Okay, everyone? I'll see you after the seance. The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to one of your choosing. We each stood in a different corner. Now we darken the room. Kokoichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles. Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark. So go back to the corner after it's dark. Okay, got it. You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you. Got it. Y'all didn't cover the gaps in the floor before? Once the room is dark, I will begin singing. Please sing along with me. Then I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence. After the seance is done, Angie and I are Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right? Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those. Okie dokie. I'll blow out the candle now. I walked up to the closest candle and blew out the flame. The room instantly fell into complete darkness. Pitch black darkness. Ad break's gonna start in 50 seconds? Sure, I'll leave you guys in suspense. Alright, I will be right back in a couple minutes after ad break. Hold on tight, guys. fun fact, I used to have that whole soliloquy memorized. I was obsessed with Shakespeare in high school. I accidentally... Yeah. Soliloquy? 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 Bless you. Pitch black darkness. So dark, I couldn't even see my own body. Overcoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner. Then began the singing. Oh, I am happy. I love Kenichi Suzumura. Oh, it's soliloquy. Yeah, I was right. Kyo let us all in the cage child song. I love that Kenichi, like Suzumura's voice is so strong. I'm singing alone. I'm not. Angie is though. You're supposed to. Everyone in the room's supposed to be singing. It's just Suzumura's voice is so strong he overpowers everyone else. Uh-oh. Just sound a bit familiar. I sound like Himiko, apparently. I see. That's interesting to know because, I mean, we all hear our own voice through the reverberations of the bones rather than reverberations in our ears. So it's always interesting for me to hear some kind of approximation to what my voice sounds like to other people. Because, I mean, I've heard myself, yeah, I've heard myself, like, in VODs and stuff like that, but I'm like, it's like, it's coming through the mic, and then it's being recorded, and then it's being played back through speakers, so there's, like, you know, multiple levels of distortion. Yeah, I mean, you get used to your voice, but yeah, when I first started, streaming, I was like, oh dear God. Apparently you hear yourself like one octave lower in your own head. That would make sense to me. Because to me, my voice still sounds high, but it's like at the lower end of high. Like, I guess, for lack of a better word, like, it would be like, you say I'm a soprano, but I hear myself as like an alto kind of thing. It's medium high for me. Yeah, I'm not mousy high, but I am definitely up there. When people people are like, there's no way you're X years old. I'm like, well, unfortunately, you know, I grew up, my voice did not. So yeah, I don't even blink. Like, I remember postal lady came by with a package and she's like, Someone has to sign for it. Are you old enough to sign for it? I'm like, I'm X years old, and she's like, oh. Wants to sound like Lisa? I mean, that would be great. That said, that kind of voice doesn't suit my personality. I would have to be a completely different person. I do get it though. That was like a thing Iduna and I talked about way back when. She's like, you're cute. And I know. She's like, I know you're not like, you'd rather be pretty or like sexy or whatever than cute, but you're cute. I'm like, thank you. You can see it? Well, thank you. That's such a statement. Iduna and I, yeah, for lack of a better word, we're super honest. This was, oh god. What exactly was the issue? Oh, it's because I have a different body type than like all of my friends. All of my other friends have like, you know, that super busty hourglass kind of figure. Meanwhile, I'm like, you know, what is it? It's like a pear kind of thing. This was years and years ago. Like 10 plus years ago. You know, when people really have a lot of self-confidence and body issues. And then we go back to this. Reach out and touch wrath? Oh, that is not a good achievement to get. I mean, we heard the thunk midway through and then everyone kept singing. I think I was right. I said, like, you know, in every Danganronpa game, there is a case. Especially towards the middle of the game where 2 people die. I think we've reached that point. We finished singing the song, but I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that?
Nah.
It's the caged child. Angie Onaga? I wonder how Edgy and Nick would do in Dangan. Oh god. I mean, I feel like it'd be really hard to corner them to kill him. Just because Nick has insanely good luck, but who knows? Now if the medium answers...
Nah.
Is the caged child Angie Yonaga? What's going on?
Nah.
It's the caged child Angie Yonaga.
どうしたんじゃ？
待って。
Himiko? I was very clear you were not to speak, yes? But something's weird. Why won't she answer? Maybe it failed?
そうだな。
Let's light the candles briefly.
え？
What? Is that okay?
まあ。
Just for now. This is a bad sign. Oh, I mean, you heard the clang sound. Either Tenko fell through the floor or she got crushed by the statue. Like... Well, because the whole point of the seance was she was supposed to curl up with her head on a stone under an iron cage with a 200-pound statue on top of it. So, you know, if the cage breaks and the statue fell on her, it probably wouldn't be great. Might not kill her outright, but... Confused, I walked along the wall. Back to the candle. I managed to strike a match and light the candle once again. Oh yeah, there's blood under there. Everything looks fine, but there's blood under there. Oh, what's going on? Did it really fail? That shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect. Is Angie not coming? Is that still Tenko in there? Tenko? I told her she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her. She follows orders well, but how about we let her out for now? Wait. Dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same who brought them in. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body. I mean, considering this was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around, but whatever. It's gory. It's okay. I'll hold your hand, children. We were careful to remove everything exactly in the order Kyo directed. Now I will remove the sheet. Kyo pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside. Oh? Something is amiss. Yeah, you don't say. Himiko ran towards the cage at a sprint. Himiko, I told you not to step on the... But she wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and... Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage and lifted it up. Oh my god, when you get like super strength in moments of like panic from the adrenaline. Oh. Right after they made up to, yeah, man. Tragic. So we were playing Shoredinners Tenko, yes, essentially. Because the whole point, they were doing a seance to try and summon Angie's spirit so she could tell them who killed her. And instead, Tenko volunteered to be the medium because Himiko really wanted to talk to Tenko. Or sorry, Himiko really wanted to talk to Angie. And now Tenko is dead. Yay. Sigh. I mean, I kind of suspected as much, because Danganronpa does give you clues to, like, who's either going to be a victim or a culprit based on who suddenly is getting more scenes. Like, it's not always 100% accurate, but it does narrow the list down. especially as the game goes on and there's less and less people. Who would have thought there would be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Monofunny's green puke was predicting this tragedy. And now it's orange. Oh, it's normal now. I guess Sid was predicting this. Everyone please assemble in the seance room. Dangan gang would know just when? That's impossible. That goes against the whole point of the game. I guess? Last Defense Academy is close to that, but there are still deaths, but it's got the least deaths in anything I've seen written by Kodaka. Danganronpa 2 Island Mode? Sure. A what if one in the first one, if that counts? You mean the cursed family situation, or do you mean like the one where Mukuro actually doesn't die? Janko? Seriously? Yup. What is this? How did this happen? The resource managing thing? Ah. Gotcha. Senko, Golden's so sorry. Golden no could protect you. Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened? I don't know, it was dark and we heard a thunk and, well... Just don't like it when likable characters are killed? Yeah, well, I mean... This is a dangerous franchise to like anyone. We are not guaranteed a tomorrow, as they say. I don't know. What's happening? Kohakuma! They're nice enough to make some characters awful? I guess that's true. I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation.
Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing adventure.
I guess for now you should maybe start the investigation right away. Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tenko, yes? Huh? What happens at the event? There are 2 murders by 2 people. What if there are 2 blackened? Will we need to find them both at the class trial? Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What would happen in that scenario? What would happen? Yeah, what would happen? We're asking you. Why do you look so lost too, Monodam? I thought you were going to run things instead of Daddy. I never expected something like this to happen. I thought everyone was gonna be Nakayoshi Shio. I thought everybody was gonna be friends. I don't know what to do. Really, I don't know. Oh man, they're all disorganized. We can't decide the glass trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate. Father always knows what to do. We should ask Father for help. Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us.
You're on the threshold of an amazing adventure.
It's our fault that Daddy ended up like that. Someone just needs to smack his reboot button. It's fine.
All that remains of a once powerful nation. Right now, you're on the threshold
Huh?
of an amazing
It's all your fault, Monofunny? Daddy, help! We don't know what to do on our own. We gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal. Oh, no.
is all that remains of a
That
once
won't
powerful
work.
nation.
Father is just an empty shell now.
Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing
That's not true. Anything's possible with the power of love. You don't understand that because you've never been loved before. Oh, Monotaro, you're the next to die. Daddy, I love you. So please go back to normal. I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart. Yeah. Oh, you're making me blush. I'm back. Were you good while I was away? Oh God. With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation. Monofunny, never say that again. Not the looking, not the licking. Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax. Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on vacation. But I was able to do it. The secret is to just leave whether you get permission or not. Huh? Wait, so then who's this Baldy? Oh, just a part-timer I got to cover me while I was gone. Here's your pay, like we agreed on. Now take it and get out of here. Huh? I thought you were supposed to be relaxed. Now that that nuisance is out of the way, what were you guys talking about again? Ah, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served. First come, first served? Where's Kokuji? He's here. The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target. In In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same as the one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim.
というわけで
Oh, I'll add this to the school regulations later so you can review it.
どうぞ
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate this murder too. God damn.
お父ちゃん
Boy, everything is going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Yeah, this is great. Ooh, excuse me. Leaders gotta be able to take decisive action, and decision is just the worst. Daddy, you're glowing! You're glowing like a lamp! I don't know if that's a good thing. There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. Oh, great. Just what we need, possessive dad. Huh? He just left us behind while he was saying he's never gonna let us go. That's why he's so amazing. I am not reading that. Please do not do anything, Daddy. Monodown's gonna kill them. Oh boy. Well, what could possibly go wrong? Who's the next Moto Cup to die? Bet it now. It's gonna be a 2-for-1, or it's gonna be Monotaro. Because he's the one that said Monodam has never been loved before. Hang on one sec, I gotta blow my nose. There we go. So to make sense of all that, if both murders have different culprits, our vote will determine Angie's killer. But we don't even know if there's a different culprit, do we? True. We should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case. Ooh, finally things are heating up! I'm getting so excited. Ah, you frickin' psycho. Rude. Shuichi? This is bad. Yeah, what have you been doing all this time, huh? Huh? This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now. So this is where you need to step up. Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, fight the power! You're gonna sleep while you lurk? Okay, Zaxu, have a good sleep. Take care. Yeah, please don't say it anymore. Alright, then let's check the Monokuma file first. Angie was 5'5". She was decently tall, considering how tall most of the girls are in this game. Victor was stabbed in the back of her neck. Now that's just crazy. How did that even happen? Time of death is approximately 11 a.m. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck. Whoops. A stab wound on her neck, the same as Angie's cause of death. Doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. And there he goes again. God, not again. I'm with Maki. Someone get this whatcha out of here. Bro's no help. Kaito, maybe just sit this one out, right? Oh, God. What? It should have been me! Now here's a weird ship. Kaito, calm down. No way there's a curse. You're gonna be cursed if you don't let her go. You want to die? Truly, stab him. He's done. He's finished. Slam? Oh, rip. A dull sound reverberated through the room. That's what Shuichi sounds like in the Japanese dub? Yeah. They're dubbed by a woman. It's Megumi Hayashibara. Damn. We got punched in the face. Kaito? You okay? Whoa! I'm starting to feel bad for a different reason. Check that you have all your teeth, buddy. You might be short a few. I need some fresh air, so I'm gonna leave this to you and Maki roll. I can't believe you're still calling her Maki roll after she slugged you. Sorry for sniffling. My nose is running allergies. Kaito left the room, still a bit wobbly. Time is of the essence indeed. True, we haven't the time to mourn Tenko's death, as our own lives are at risk. True, but Angie and then Tenko. Should think earlier I was suspicious of Tenko. I'm sorry, Tenko! It's all Gonta's fault! Gonta failed to protect friends again! Poor Gonta. Yeah, poor Gonta. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective. Investigation resume.
あのさ
It's too dark in here. Going to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
いいえ
No, that won't be necessary. What, you have frickin' flashlight eyes? Yeah, that's not necessary at all. Huh? Why?
ええか
Show him, Kibo! Show him your new power! What did you do to him? New power? He's got
美人すぎる天才美人発明家こと
frickin'
ビル
strobe
の言うことだ
lights.
ティーボの
ここは任せ
Just
てください
leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
皆
Man.
さんを照らします
Give you guys migraine. Shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond! Oh, okay. Well. Whoa! We got flashbang. Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
大丈夫
But it's bright now, so we should hurry up and investigate.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. Just do not look at Kibo. Do not look directly at him. Okay. Ideally, I'd keep going for a little bit, but my nose is running like crazy and my eyes are starting to bug me. So I think it's time to end stream, take some medicine, and maybe go to bed early. Just in case this is a cold and it's not my allergies acting up. So hang on, where is the save? The flashbang was too much. Yeah. I get migraines. The lights were just too much, you know. Alrighty. Ta-da! Alright. Hang on here. There we go. Oh, whoops, sorry. Muted the wrong thing. My bad. Sorry. Alrighty. I was saying I apparently accidentally switched the days on my schedule. Danganronpa was gonna be, Friday, but I guess my brain decided it really wanted Danganronpa, so we will do, Umi Nickel tomorrow, because originally that was supposed to be what it was today. Alrighty, setting up the raid. Here we go. Oh, this game looks cute. Everyone subconsciously wants more Danganronpa. So true. Okay. Time for me to get out of here now that my nose is running like a faucet. Here's Raid. Here's Discord for anyone who wants to keep up with us when we're not streaming. For now, that's gonna be it for me. I will see you guys tomorrow. So, if it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. And if it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on up to bed. Until next time, take care of yourself. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Mwah.